Hey, what's going on, guys? Drone B here, and I'm excited to make this video. I've been wanting to make a video for a long time about what buildings are the best, or at least what buildings have been the best for me so far. The buildings that I've got the most value from, the buildings that I recommend leveling the most, unlocking, which ones would I unlock first if I could go back, which ones would I level first. That's what this is all about. Which buildings give me the most buffs. So a quick disclaimer here. The newest building in my realm is the Arcanium. So the secret university here. This is the newest building. I'm told in the older realms there's a building right here, and I have no idea what building that is, what it does. So as far as this video goes, Arcanium's the newest building. And another disclaimer, what buildings might be the best for me may not be the best for you, where you're at, what heroes you have unlocked. It all depends. It's all how you've played the game to this point and how you're playing the game going forward. And kind of where you're at relative to your realm will make a difference on what buildings are the best and what buildings you should level up. But this is just for me, just looking back, what I would do, what buildings I would get, what I'd level. Let's hop right in. I'm dragging this out too much. So my favorite building, guys, we're starting with my favorite building, the best building, the one I've got the most from, and that's the Moogle Market. Without a doubt, this building was the best building that I've unlocked. It's just awesome, guys. So now the caveat with this building is you're going to need Moogle credits of some kind. Now the cool thing for us, at least in our realm, they've been doing tons of monsters, tons of realm bosses. We had the Wasp realm boss that dropped credits for this. We had the Noctis Garulas, and now we have the Tunnelberry, the Devious Tunnelberries. So if you attack those, they drop credits, and you can use those credits in the Moogle Market. So it's kind of a confusing building because it's not open all the time, and there's a bunch of different kinds of credits. So it's very much a building to take advantage of the moment. So when the moment comes, you hop on it and you get all kinds of good stuff if you're taking advantage of it. It's like it's basically the building to unlock to just help out your game all across the board. You can get gem scrolls, you can get crafting scrolls, and it's going to change depending on what event's going on. But I mean, it's everything, guys. You can get, look at this, expansion blueprints. I mean, everything, guys. I've leveled up all my heroes. It's not impossible for one of these events to go from a level 5 Prompto to a level 104. Like, it's totally doable. I plan to do that on my farm account this week. I'm going to get my Noctis, Luna, and Prompto to level 104, and it's all from the Moogle Market. So another cool thing is usually when you get the Moogle Market unlock, it comes with 30,000 credits, and those credits are enough to unlock a couple other buildings or to get hero skill resets. I mean, this building just is all around awesome. But it's not open all the time, so you have to take advantage when it's open. And so this is like the perfect building if you play a ton and you're always online every day to see what's going on. If you're able to take advantage of the events, the realm bosses, this is the building, guys. This is the one I've easily got the most from. To give you an idea, from this building, I have maxed out my Commander Hall. So I got Commander Hall blueprints. I maxed it out. I've got my Elemancy Hall to 5. I've almost maxed out my Monster Farm, all from this one building. It's just awesome, guys. I've maxed out my Mythic Forge. I mean, you name it. This building is just awesome, guys. So that's number 1 on the list. Hands down, that's number 1. Not even close. The next building that I would say has helped me out the most, and this is more from recently, but the Guild Hall. And the cool thing is, it's one unlock. The only materials you're going to need for this are the contracts, and Luna gives you contracts every once in a while. Some of the events have dropped contracts. I mean, this building's awesome because it's going to give you tons of stuff. Right now we have the Sanctum of Power, and it drops gear chests like crazy. Like, you could easily get all legendary gear of a bunch of different gear sets from the Sanctum of Power. You can upgrade past legendary. This Guild Hall is awesome, and I mean, even all these, they drop, even these, they drop stuff that you can use. They drop the iron, what are they called? The iron scrapes to upgrade your gear, iron scraps to upgrade your gear. Yeah, And then we have the hero halls too, so you can get AP points for different heroes. Going forward, I've really got so much from this Adventures Hall. I mean, just the power-ups past Legendary make this worth it. Or even the gear chests that it drops. I mean, this is just awesome, guys. So hands down, this is number 2, and it's not even close. Like, it's 1 Moogle Market, 2 this. Everything else it's a ways down on the list, to be honest. Like, I love this Guild Adventures Hall, and it's fun, too. You get to join your guilds and raid dungeons. That's awesome. So that's number 2. This has helped me out quite a bit, especially recently with the past Legendary, with that Sanctum of Power. Awesome. The third building that I would get, especially if you have the Guild Hall. Like, if you have the Guild Hall, this Mythic Forge it's an awesome building. It really is an awesome building. It's going to, the primary reason you want this is for the gear set bonuses, and these add up. And as the game goes on, this building kind of scales, because as better and better gear drops, you get better and better gear set bonuses when you get that gear. I mean, look at some of the bonuses. It really is awesome. 1,000. I mean, it's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy. The Arcane gear set bonus is good. All the set bonuses are awesome. So I would definitely. The cool thing is, the Guild Hall. A lot of people got that for free in the RVRs. So hopefully you already have that. If not, this building is awesome. You can unlock it from the Moogle Market. You can get credits in the Moogle, not credits, but you can get blueprints in the Moogle Market. And I would definitely unlock this building, and I would max it. Because if you max it out, you can power up all your gear past Legendary, all the way up to the max. I think it's 20 is the max. You can upgrade your gear quality all the way through, and you're going to get the set bonuses, even if you don't have the Legendary. So like for me, I'm getting purple set bonuses here. And even the purple set bonuses are decent. It's not near as good as the Legendary, but it's still good. Look at that, 120% troop HP for the Undertaker. That's just free. That applies to all your marches, and it's just a free troop bonus. So that's awesome, guys. Definitely, I would say a sizable proportion of my troop buffs come from my Mythic Forge. So in this building, it goes hand in hand really well with the Guild Hall, because you're going to need iron scraps to upgrade your gear, which you get in the Guild Hall. And once that Sanctum of Power hits your realm, or if it's already in your realm, you get plenty of gear. So I mean, you're getting the gear set bonuses, and you can go past Legendary. Like, these two together is just a sick combination, just truly awesome. And in this building, definitely, compared to a lot of the other buildings, this building, as the game goes on, gets better and better and better. So that's number 3 in my list. Let's move on. Number 4 in my list, guys, is a building that everybody has. It's given to us for free, but leveling it up is where this building gets really cool and really fun. And that's the Commander's Hall. I highly recommend leveling this building up. It's number 4 on my list, and it's number 4 for a couple of reasons. Because as you level this building up, and it's not too tough to level up, especially if you have the Moogle Market and you're doing these Tunnelberry. If you're hitting Tunnelberries, you'll level this thing up really quick. And look at this. Look at the bonuses you get at 10. You get 2 million additional troop capacity. So, for me, I think I had 11 million troop capacity. With this max, I have 13 million. And that's going to help me out for defense. It's just nice to stock up on tons of troops. So, that's just awesome. It's awesome. The troop capacity, don't underestimate how nice it is to have 2 million more troops. Really cool. And then the additional benefits, this is the primary reason why you want to level this up, is for the march size. At level 10, you get 70,000 march size. 70,000, guys. That's a third of my march size comes from the Commander's Hall. And that's going to help you gather layers quicker. It's going to help you gather, well, for me right now, it's helping me get the Tunnelberry credits quicker. So, I mean, this pays for itself really quick. It helps you out. You're going to take out neutral realm events way easier. It's fun for rallies, helping other people out, maxing rallies out. Really awesome. And then the Mercenary troop capacity is just an additional bonus. But I definitely would recommend I would level up this building early on. Like this building it certainly is worth leveling. So that's number 4 on my list. You could maybe even rate that higher. Like the march size, it's really useful. So I would definitely level this sucker up soon. And everybody has it. You don't have to waste an unlock for it, which is awesome. And past this building, guys, it really is dependent on how you play the game as to what building's going to be the most useful. So this is, again, for me, I'm top 50 in terms of power. So I think that where you're at in terms of power will make a difference going forward on what buildings are more useful. Yeah, which one? It's tough, guys. It's tough. I might take a different route here, and all the buildings from here on out, it's so dependent on where you're at that, I'm not going to rank them past this point. I'm just going to talk about them and talk about how they're useful and where they're useful. So let's talk about the Elemancy Hall, because this building could be the best building depending on where you're at. Now, the downsides to this building is you have to unlock it, and then you have to really get the most benefits from it, you have to level it up, and then you're also going to need the mats for it. So this is a really expensive building, but it's absolutely worth it once you got it. Like, once you got it, it's awesome, but trying to get it. So here's the thing, guys. You need the unlock, but once you unlock it, as you level it up, you do get some troop HP and some troop attack. They're not very big numbers. Like here I'm at level 5. I think level 5? Yeah, level 5 or 6. 5. Yeah, I'm at level 5, guys. Sorry. So 300% troop HP, 200% troop attack. That's okay. That helps out. The main reason you want to level it up and the main benefit to this building is it allows you to upgrade your troops. And as you upgrade your troops, they specialize in different things and they get a lot stronger. So I can upgrade these level 6 troops right now at level 5. And so to upgrade them, you're going to need the essences for the specific troop, and you're going to need your hall. So, obviously it's really expensive, but if you look at the stats on as you level them up, the level 6 lightning warriors are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have a tier 6 troop, did I say 6? Tier 8 troop attack at level 6. And so they hit hard, and then they hit even harder if you're going, for their specific purpose. So the lightning are good for defending the crystal. Ice are good for attacking the crystal. We've got earth are good for defense, and fire for attack. So, and the big thing is getting the essences, and you can get the essences from expansions. You can get them from some realm bosses. You can get them from, some packs. That's the real downside is you have to sink tons of blueprints to level this sucker up, and then you need the essences. So it's not cheap, but look at this, guys. If you have tier 7 troops, and you have the Elemancy Hall maxed, and you have enough essences, that's a lot of ifs, but look at these stats on these guys. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bars. So the level 7 mage is equivalent to a tier 9 troop attack. And 9s hit hard. 9s hit really hard. So, this building, if you're late game, if you're in the top 50, and you've got the commander hall maxed, and, this building could really set you over the edge on being a beast in crystals, and a beast for attacking people, beast for rallies, a beast for defense even. And I've seen people use this building in cool ways. One thing you can do is, let's say you've got level 6 troops or level 5 troops, and you've got this building unlocked to, even at 5 you can do this. At level 5 you can get level 5 troops imbued. And there's one guy, what he does with this building, and for him this might be the best building in the game, is he has the attack expansions unlocked. And all he does is he just raids my expansions all day, and he gets free expansions. He's just hitting everybody's expansions, and he's trained up Earth troops. He has, I think right now he's got a couple 100,000 Earth troops, and he's got as many Earth troops as his hospital capacity. So he just has these couple 100,000 Earth troops. People attack him all the time, and he's super tough because the Earth are really good for defense, and they never die because his hospital capacity is never filled up all the way. So, for somebody like Like if you're Citadel mid 40s and you've got this thing at 5 and you've got the attack expansions and you're just a punk and you use that a lot, this building, it has many uses. Pretty cool building. You can make the argument that this is one of the better buildings, but you have to invest to get it to be one of the better ones, for sure. Not a cheap building. So let's just circle around here. So we've got the Order of Heroes, and this building, it's decent. It's really good if you have the Guild Hall unlocked, because as you do the Guild Hall levels, you're going to get the materials. So just this building by itself won't do you any good. It doesn't offer any benefits, and also to take advantage of this building, you're going to need a bunch of heroes, or at least more than one hero. But if you have a couple heroes and you have the Guild Hall unlocked, this building's worth looking into because it's got some decent buffs. And this one right here is the best. It gives you a march size, increase 2,000, which kind of small, but you also get the... did I select the wrong one? No, that's it. You also get... Oh, here it is. I just didn't see it. You get the march slot. And that march slot, that comes in handy. That's... I love having the extra march slot. It makes a difference. So you get something like this, and the troop attack, troop HP is decent. The catch is you need a hero to, to get the benefits. So you need an extra hero to activate here. And you also need to get all the order tributes. So that's quite a bit of Guild Hall runs. But, if you got it, awesome. We've got the Order of War, which is cool. Rally capacity, rally attack. Order of Thieves is nice. We've got the loot tile gather speed, which is really useful right now for clearing out the Tonberry layers. Of course, we have the Warrior, we've got the Mage, and the Cavalry buffs. The Cavalry buffs are the best. But, it's a little annoying. You need a bunch of heroes if you want them all at the same time. And we've also got a bunch of new ones, but they're really expensive in terms of order tributes. So to get these bonuses, it's quite a serious investment, and they aren't that great. So this building, it's not one of the best, but it is useful. And particularly that march slot is what makes it even more useful than it would be. And a lot of people get the building unlocks, and the building unlock doesn't work for everything. Like the universal building unlock, it doesn't work for the Moogle Market yet. It doesn't work for the Guild Hall yet. So it does work for the Mythic Forge. So if you already have the Mythic Forge, maybe this is a building you'd want to unlock with the free building unlock that some people get, which really isn't free unless you got it in an event. But yeah, so that building's okay. That's probably near the bottom of my list. Let's look at the Crystal Nexus. And this building, it's another one. Its usefulness, it's definitely debatable. What makes this building really good is if you do have it leveled up, and it's got a bunch of levels, but if you have it leveled up all the way, you get to use these buffs infinitely, and they're really good buffs. Look at this, 6,000 armor for mage, 2,000 attack. The cool ones too, we've got the Emerald Core, which is construction speed, 50% increased construction speed, or 50% off construction speed times. So that helps a ton. We've got the same one for research, all research speed 50%. So that'll save you quite a bit in the long run. The catch is you need to level up. You either need the cores or you need to level up the Crystal Nexus. And to level up the Nexus all the way to get all the access to all the buffs, it's pretty costly. And to get the cores, you need the Magitek Converter. So I've noticed a lot of the unlock packs come with both the Nexus and the Magitek Converter. And that's a decent combination. Like, you'll need both buildings to really, unless you plan on investing tons into leveling up this building. Which, once you have it leveled up, you got the Unconquerable Core, so your hero can't be captured. Like, these buffs are really good, but, it's tough to get the buffs. It's tough to get them, because you need the cores. And get the materials for the cores, they aren't very common. So, but if, like I was able to get this one anyway, and that's a decent attack bonus, city defense. And these cores are really useful. So, you could make the case that this building, especially if you're like Citadel 40 and you got a ways to go, that building construction speed is going to help out a lot. And even this one comes with the Adventurer's Core comes with all, like once you get this building, you've got the Adventurer's Core, and you don't need, like it comes with the level 1 Crystal Nexus is what I'm trying to say. So every 1 day and 6 hours, you get to use this Adventurer's Core boost, and that's going to upgrade all your quests to green or better. So that'll give you, that'll give you a lot of guild loyalty. Every day in 6 hours, you get a lot more guild loyalty than you otherwise would. Your VIP and hero quests are upgraded, so you get, more hero XP, more gold, more items, that kind of thing, which is kind of useful. But I would still put this building near the bottom of the list just because it's so tough to get the materials for it, and you need the Magitek Converter, and you have to level this up if you want to use the buffs indefinitely. So it's kind of near the bottom of the list. But, again, this building might be one of the better ones if you have access, if you have the Magitek Converter and you have, tons of mats for it. It's kind of an interesting building. It adds a different dynamic. Let's move on. This building, the Arcanium, the Secret University, this building's actually pretty cool. The enchant gear is awesome, but again, like the Crystal Nexus, you need the materials to enchant the gear. So, and it's tough to get the materials. But once you have the materials, it's awesome. You can enchant your gear, and the research is pretty cool. This building synergizes well with the Elemancy Hall. Like if you've got the Elemancy Hall maxed, and you've got a bunch of expansions producing the essences, this research is definitely worth doing because it's pretty good buffs for the elemental troops. Imagine if you had the level 7 Elemancy troops, which have a level 9 troop attack, a tier 9 troop attack, and you've got this research on them. That would be pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. So that's one way you could go. Definitely that's an option, guys. Again, this is kind of a late game building, or a game that, or a building that you really need the Elemancy Hall and you need the elemental troops for this to really be worth it. You got the city I mean, these are good buffs, guys. Good buffs, good research if you have the elemental troops. The freezing trap's cool. It buffs your and again, actually, this would be kind of cool with the new Cindy hero also, because you can send your traps with your marches. So you get trap bonus. Trap bonuses with the freezing traps. It's going to increase the HP of your traps. We've got this one that increases the attack of your traps, and we've got this one that increases the, what does it do? It increases the maximum numbers of traps you can have at once. So that's cool. Yeah, those are all kind of cool stuff. So, and I think some of these, troop attack, troop HP. Yeah, so you know what? It's tough to say. It's tough to say. This could be the perfect building for somebody depending on where they're at. Or this building could just be completely useless. You might unlock it, and then you need the materials to do the research, right? You need let's see, I'll show you guys the materials you need here. So you need like all the different, the flasks, all the different flasks, and you're going to need the higher level materials, the mithril, the jade, the spark. What is that? The tier 6 or tier 5 resources? One of the tier 5 resources, I think. Tier 5, maybe tier 6. No, I can't think. They all blend together after a while, guys. I'm not going to lie. And you'll need the Citadel 40, but for somebody, this building is perfect. But I haven't used this building very much yet. So for me, it's at the bottom of the list just because I don't have the materials to make this building or the elemental troops to make this building really useful. So it's near the bottom of the list. What else we got? We got the Magitek Converter. So who would want to unlock and level this building? Primarily, it's people with the Crystal Nexus, or it's people who want to craft the Infernian gear. Those are the main reasons why you'd want to do this. And I'm told in the older realms, you can increase the the basic, like the Prompto metals to heroic Prompto metals, the Luna metals to heroic Luna metals. That would make this building have a little bit more value too. But for now, for my realm, it's for the crystal cores for the Nexus. So if you have the materials and you have the Nexus unlocked, this building would come in handy. If you want to increase the quality of your blueprints or the quality, like go from one level resource to the next, it's kind of useful. But it's not that useful. I don't use this at all, guys, to be honest. Maybe some people use this, but I haven't used it at all. I've used it for the Magebane and for the Hydreian gear, and that's pretty awesome. So if you want the Magebane or the Hydreian gear and you don't get it in the packs, like some people I've noticed got all legendary set from a pack, and you don't need the Magitek Converter to get that. So, you know, but if you have the Power of Sanctum, so if you have the Guild Hall, and you're getting the chest, the Hydreian chest and the Magebane chest and the Infernian chest, and you don't have that gear already, you'll need that Magitek Converter to get it. So that's one reason you would want the Magitek Converter. I've used it some for blueprints, but now with the realm bosses, you know, the blueprints, so what, guys? So what for this tab? Crystal cores, it's really been... I've used this some, and the gear some. So it's not a completely useless building, but I would definitely put it at the bottom of the list. Like, you need quite a few check marks before you'd even want this building. So it's at maybe the worst building to level up, but maybe the worst. Some of you guys might want to unlock it and level it though. And I think the last building that I have to get to, have I covered all these? Oh, okay. Actually, the worst building to level is the Proving Grounds. It's just I wasted probably a couple packs to level this sucker, and it's just completely useless. Now you can get the chests. As the game goes on, this is just no reason to level up your Proving Grounds. In fact, I don't even attack the higher levels in the Proving Grounds. I just attack the level 1 because it drops Proving Ground shards, and then I attack like the Magebane dungeons or the whatever, you know, Ether dungeon is available. Ether? No, it's not Ether. It's Elixir. Is it Elixir? What do you need for this, guys? The yellow. Whatever the yellow is. So every day with my free attack, I'll attack this usually. Sometimes I'll attack this one. Well, not this one. The Attack of the Flan to get the Proving Ground shards. But all these higher levels, it's kind of a waste. You know, right when it hits your realm, you might want to do it. Because, you know, it's probably the only way to get some of these gear sets early on in the game. Well, actually, no. Right when this dungeon, when the Proving Grounds came out, the only way to get, for, like, I'm talking like 8 months ago, 10 months ago, whenever this came out, if you wanted the Arcanium gear, you had to level up the Proving Ground, and you had to get the Ether. But shortly after, they started doing gear pack chests for it, and now you can get it all in the Sanctum of Power, so really I would not level up your Proving Grounds. It's just kind of a waste. Maybe you do it for the events. Like, sometimes there's Proving Ground level events. It might be worth doing for like one of the events or something, but I would not level it up. Don't waste a pack on it. If it comes with a pack, great, but I would not level up the Proving Grounds. Yeah, so last but not least, well, almost least is the Monster Farm. No, it's not that bad, guys. Monster Farm isn't that bad, but it's certainly one of the last buildings that I would recommend unlocking and leveling. The basic unlock, you get, you know, if you get like the Chocobo, like the low level monsters are pretty bad. They're really bad, guys. Like, they're great early game. So like if your realm is a month or, you know, a couple months old, you know, some of these monsters are pretty good. Like the Malboro, you know, early on it's tough to get 100% troop HP, but as the game goes on and on, the early monsters are just totally bad. Unuseful. But the newer monsters are pretty good. Like the Carla bosses are epic. They're just truly awesome. Tons of troop armor, troop attack. It's all good. Yeah, so now the reason I would say, you know, this building, it's okay, guys. It's not, I don't know what to think of this building, guys. I don't know what to think. It's pretty costly to level it up all the way. But, you know, at level 10, you can send 2 monsters per march. And if you have the Carla bosses, if you have the newer monsters, it's useful. And you can, it's a way to buff marches even without your hero, which is a newer addition to this monster farm. But I would definitely want the Mythic Forge max before the monster farm. I'd want the guild hall before the monster farm. I'd want to level up my commander's hall before the monster farm. All things I would want to do before the monster farm. So yeah, I would put it. The monster farm's kind of equivalent to like the Order of Heroes, or actually it might be a little better than the Order of Heroes. It might be a little more useful than the Order of Heroes. It's probably as useful as the Arcanium and the Nexus for some people, but for some people I'd rather have the Nexus or the Arcanium. So it's in the mix. Like, it's not a useless building. It's really nice. Once you have it level 10, you can send 2 monsters per march. It's nice to buff all your marches for neutral realm events and that kind of thing. So it's not too bad. I shouldn't hate it. It sounds like I'm hating on it, but it's really not as bad as I'm making it sound. So, at some point I'd like to have that level 10, but I'm not quite at that point yet. I'd rather level up some of these other buildings. And I realized I skipped a building. The Mercenary fighting pits. And this is one of those buildings. I'm at a point in this game, it seems like a lot of people are, where mercenary troops are kind of outdated. They're like, the only mercenary troop that I would really want right now are the Guardian type, like the Crown's Guards. Even the Crown's Guards are kind of outdated. The Golden Guardians, the Vanguards. Those are kind of the troops that I would want from the mercenary fighting pits. But in general, a lot of these troops are kind of outdated. So, and I've never even felt the need to go beyond level 6 mercenary fighting pits. But early game, like if you're in a young realm, you kind of need mercenary troops if you're going to be taking the crystals. But it seems like most people at this point in the game, they don't use mercenary troops on the crystals. Occasionally they'll use some vanguards, or but it's mostly lightning. It's mostly lightning and ice troops. It's mostly level 7 troops in the crystal. I don't know anybody with level 8 troops yet, but I'm sure that'll be way more useful than any mercenary troop. Like, the mercenary troops kind of got outdated. But early on, like, the Crown's Guards are awesome if you're in a young realm. The Frost Guardians are good in young realms. And if you want level 6 and level 7 troops in younger realms, you got to get the fighting pits. Like, because, if you don't have above Citadel 50 unlocked yet. So it's definitely has its place earlier on, but the downside too is you got to invest to get the mercenary rations, you got to invest to get the other materials you need, and you got to unlock the fighting pits, and then you have to level up the fighting pits high enough to train the mercenary troop that you want. So it's a significant investment, and I found it's kind of tough to keep a lot of the mercenary troops alive. Like, you have to really be on top of it. Even like the Crown's Guards and the Golden Guardians, if you get attacked by a really strong person and your hospital fills up, your troops are just going to die. So it's, you got to be very cautious on keeping them alive, protecting them. And, and if you're really cautious and if you're really smart with how you use the mercenary troops, then the fighting pits, it's better. It's definitely better. But as the game has gone on, a lot of the other buildings have improved, but the fighting pits really hasn't improved. Like, occasionally they'll come up with new mercenary troops, but they're often not as good as like your other, like even like the Leviathans. I'd rather have my level 7 troops than the Leviathan troops. Now, this would be really nice in like neutral realm events and stuff, but it's pretty specific, and it's tough to keep them alive, and they're not much better than, at least where I'm at, they're not any better than my other troops. So that's definitely near the worst buildings to unlock, just because the sheer investment it takes, and then you have to, it's so costly, it's so many blueprints to level this thing up. I'd probably not. Personally, like, you could get by in this game without the fighting pits at all. Like, you could even be the best in this game and not have the fighting pits. Like, yeah, I mean, maybe if you want to, you know, you might need some vanguards at some point if you're taking crystals all the time, but you really don't need it. You can just grind out other people's mercenary troops with your troops. Just make them use their mercenary troops. You don't need them. Just wear their troops out and you're good. So like if somebody in your realm has a ton of guardians and they're holding crystal with the guardians, just send your normal troops, kill all the guardians off, and then you're even. And it's like they never even had the fighting pits, unless they want to keep buying more and more guardians. So that's my take, guys. That might be the worst building in the long run. You know, well, I say that, but it could be really useful for you early game, or if you want the golden guardians. Golden guardians are really good for defensive purposes if you have really good gear and really good, you know, gems and research. Like I've seen so many battle ports where all somebody's golden guardians died from a, you know, really strong level 7 empire that attacked them. And yeah, you got to be careful. You got to be really careful with your mercenary troops. It's just too much work for me, guys. I'm too lazy for the fighting pits. If you're not lazy, and the fighting pits is probably better for you, but I'm too lazy to manage it. Yeah, so I guess that's all the buildings, guys. Let me know what you think. Well, there is this Artificers Shop, which is free for everybody, and there's no maxing it out, so, you know, kind of cool. Awesome building. This building's the best, guys, because nobody has to spend money for it. Everybody can access it just by attacking monsters and doing the events. This building's the best, guys. So, yeah, I think that's everything. Casino, there's no leveling this up, even though it looks like you should be able to. I don't think I've ever seen casino blueprints. That'd be kind of cool. I hope they one day add the casino blueprints and make the casino useful again. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, so that's everything, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope, yeah, let me know what you guys think. What buildings you find the most useful? What buildings you recommend leveling up the most? What buildings have been best for you guys? I'd like to know your rank for them. And that's it for today. Hope you guys are doing good, and I'll catch you on the flip side. See ya.